Good. So, welcome everyone. You're welcome to turn on your cameras if you want. We're not too many, so we can also, just talk normally as if we were in the same space. That was like in the beginning, like was the plan. Hi, Lionel. And so from my side, welcome from Impact Hub Basel, even though we're not in the space. I don't know if you already know us or if you've been there. We are a network of basically people who work in sustainability, and we support projects and startups and individuals who are working towards the sustainable development goals. And in that sense, with the circular economy transition, that is one of our projects, we do try to do monthly events that have to do with the different aspects of the circular economy. And like we did last year already and years before, we want to bring to you as well the zero waste experience towards Christmas and the end of the year celebrations. And we're organizing this today with Zero Waste Basel and with Decluttering Towards Fulfillment. So we have Gehrold and Lisa from Zero Waste Basel and Nathalie from Decluttering Towards Fulfillment. And they will just present their parts. Just to guide you a bit on what we're going to do, we're going to have a short presentation on the 5 R's in Christmas, what zero waste is. Then Nathalie will talk, we're going to have some breakout rooms. Nathalie will talk about conscious giving. And then we're going to go crafty. So I hope you all have scissors, glue,
recycled paper
of any type.
Yes. And perfume.
Yeah. Yes.
Wonderful.
So that's it.
Very nice.
And you can ask questions anytime. Just unmute yourself. Just go for it. And we're going to have also a Mentimeter that will share with you the code in the chat. And that's it. So I leave the space to Gehrold and Lisa from Zero Waste Basel.
Thank you very much, Anna. Should I start to kick off maybe our meeting with a little poll to check your mood? So you will see appearing on your screen. So what sounds like the best Christmas activity for you guys? So is it enjoying the snow, decorating Christmas cookies, singing to a Christmas playlist as Anna Laura, but even dancing if you like, and making paper snowflakes? That's what we're going to do today. And we wanted also to get to know a bit more about your zero waste knowledge. If you're a beginner, if you start to integrate bits of zero waste initiative in your daily life, or if you're even more advanced, I give you just a little bit more time to then reply. And what do we have? So enjoying the snow and mainly and decorating Christmas cookies as well. That's good. And we have more intermediate zero waste friends in terms of knowledge. That's great. That's great. So really happy to see that, guys. Let me stop sharing. And I wanted as well to get to know some more insights about, so more insights, and maybe we can also do the Menti poll as well right now, if it's possible, Anna Laura. So we wanted to ask you few more questions. Perfect, and the number is this, okay.
So if you go to menti.com, the code is 999041. I put it on the chat as well, so you can see that.
Great, super. You will be sharing your screen after with Good. I don't know if you have some person replying. So we were asking in this Menti 2 main questions. The one we wanted to know about your expectations and your motivations about today's session. So why are you joining today? And the idea was also to know a bit more about your experience in terms of Christmas and where do you see you're generating your main waste Was it more from food or the plastic wrapping? So we're a bit curious to get to know this from you guys. Maybe if you want to share, Anna Laura, so we can
Let
see.
me see. Yes, I'm working on it. All right. Let me present.
Would enable us to get to know your expectations and motivation. So then we can also focus certain topics for this evening.
Is it possible that I don't have anyone yet replying?
I think I've replied, so you should have one result at least.
Okay, I have them for what type of waste do you generate during Christmas?
Okay, that's the second question. Maybe we can.
Yeah, let me go back to the first one. No questions are, no answers are coming in. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Community, curiosity. That's the idea for sure.
Okay, so 2. And I'll just go to the next one.
Okay.
Then.
Yeah, sure. So what type of waste do you generate during Christmas? So gift wrapper for sure. So food waste is another topic we're going to mention today as well. Plastic wrapping, food. Yeah, that's the main big idea. Gift wrappers, plastic wrap, yeah.
Okay, I'm sharing again the link if someone just joined, so you can go directly there and vote.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. Let me go back again in case there was more questions.
To see colors, but
we have more.
Okay, to get inspired and start integrating the Basel zero waste ecosystem. Yeah, for sure. Learning, curiosity, community. Yeah, that definitely. That's why we want to reach. And here we have mainly the endless present. So we'll be also about giving consciously the plastic gift. Yeah, for sure. And the waste, food waste. Good.
Okay.
I think we're good right now. So I would like now to move about some few facts about Christmas. Why? Because with the focus on consumerism during the Christmas period, it might not surprise that the consumption is higher during the festive period than the rest of the year. So what would be more surprising is the extent of waste that is being associated with the consumption, much of which we could avoid, right? So I would like just to have a little poll and ask you some few questions about to challenge you on the facts around Christmas. So you will see it appearing now. So first question, the wrapping paper we throw away in Christmas could stretch around the world how many times? 3 times, 6 times, 9, even 12? Then the second question will be, how many million trees are thrown away every year, including 14% of people using artificial trees? Oof. So is it 6 million, 8, 10, 12 million? And our last question will be, an extract of which percent of rubbish is produced and discarded throughout the festive period when compared to the rest of the year? Are we 5, 10%, 20, 30? I wait just a little bit more to give you time. Make your mind on it. Challenging questions, right? I think we almost had all our voting. Okay, I will. Yeah, maybe someone more. I think we good. Perfect. So let me share with you the results. So, well, so the majority is saying 9 or 12. Well, so the wrapping paper we throw away at Christmas could stretch around the world 9 times. So all of this wrapping paper, they create a need for a lot of sticky tapes as well. So with some estimates, putting this as around 40 million rolls. So waste issues, they go actually beyond the consumer, right? They start at the raw material stage and continue after the disposal stage. So second question, how many million trees are thrown away? So we have like 10 million. It's actually 6 million, well, still a lot, right? 6 million Christmas trees are thrown away each year. Let me just go, yeah. Are thrown away every year, including 14% of people using artificial trees. What's actually interesting is that it's like tons of trees that end up in the landfill sites instead of being, you can compost it or the wood recycled. So if you're thinking of being like environmentally friendly and maybe substituting of your real Christmas tree with a plastic one, which some are starting to do, and it's great, but it's worth bearing in mind that you have to use for at least 10 years in order to keep their environmental impact to less than the one with the real tree. So plastic has a large carbon footprint. Then over last question, so the percentage of garbage. So it's actually an extra 30% of garbage is produced and discarded throughout the festive period when compared to the rest of the year. So part of this will be millions of plates full of food wasted over the period. So food waste is a huge issue around the world at any time, for sure, but even more extreme over Christmas. And it's not just the food itself being wasted, but all the resources that are associated to it. So growing, manufacturing, transporting, and cooking as well. So I just wanted to share with you those little facts so we have in mind, and we can move to solutions already and have a bit of more knowledge on what's zero waste and the different initiatives. So over to you, Carol. How many trees? Sorry, I just saw in the chat. We were saying 6 million Christmas trees. You're welcome, Julia.
Thanks, Lisa. And so yes, these are numbers that can be a bit overwhelming. So let's go to some solutions. I'm going to talk about what zero waste is and show you first this picture. I don't know, for some are already intermediate, so maybe you've seen this already, or some are beginners. Do you have an idea of what this is? It is actually the amount of waste that this one family in the US creates. So Bea Johnson, she's the starter of the Zero Waste Home blog and movement, and she gives conferences around the world, and she lives together with her family, and they're together four of them, and they produce this one jar of waste in 1 year. And so how do they do it, and how does everybody who goes through this zero waste lifestyle, how do they do this? And she has Bea Johnson, she's created this 5R principle. You maybe already know the reduce, reuse, recycle, but she adds the first one, which is refuse. This is really the first step of saying no to whatever is unnecessary, to all the free samples, free gifts that we receive, especially now during this Christmas time, a lot of things with absurd packaging or advertising. Whatever you cannot refuse, then the next step is reduce. It's really about quality over quantity, buying what we only really need, buying less, and having in this mindset of, do I really need it? And connecting with this feeling of abundance when we look at everything we already have. The third R is about reusing, and this encompasses the bulk shopping. So in Basel, we have 2 bulk shops where we can bring our own containers, and there's one also in Arlesheim. Actually, there's a third one now in Basel. So this is all in the category of reuse, where we bring our own reusable containers. There's also using our own boxes for takeaway, especially now in this COVID time, going to your favorite restaurant to support them. They would be happy if you bring your Tupperware, and that's definitely a way to not bring in more waste back home. In this category, there's always also repairing, buying secondhand, borrowing, lending, renting. It's a big category. The fourth one is recycle. So it really comes as one of the latest steps after you've not been able to refuse, reduce, or reuse. Recycling is still a very energy intensive and energy and labor intensive industry that still produces waste in the end. It's not 100% recycling usually. So it's really used as a last resort, or if you have a light bulb, or it should be recycled in the right way. And then the fifth R is rot, which is actually means composting. Everything that's organic and RD with composting, you can reduce 30 to 40% of what is in your what goes to landfill and incineration. And that's also the way that we can keep our garbage bag much longer at home. So I've had mine in the past 6 months, and it doesn't smell because everything that does rot is separated. And I also freeze my compost so that if ever I need to go quick on the weekend and I don't have time to bring it to the compost place, it's okay. I'm not going to have a catastrophe when I come back. So this was a brief overview of the 5 R's. I think it's also important to know what zero waste means for Zero Waste Switzerland, our wider nation-wide organization that we are a volunteer group of here in Basel. So yeah, zero waste is not, in our mind, is not about deprivation, extremes, feeling guilty or criticizing ourselves or others. It's really we want it to be the opposite. We want it to be give us it does give us a higher quality of life. We find we find actions that are sustainable for us to maintain, so not going to extremes, and finding a balance where we feel happy about our choices. And we see something as really positive and fun, and meeting like-minded people with whom we can exchange through this group, through these platforms and events we organize.
Gehrold, we do have a question on the 5 R's. Do you want to have a look? Why is rot after recycling? So is it not better to compost than to recycle, depending on the type of material?
So I'm taking here Bea Johnson's pyramid, a downward pyramid, but when we present it live, we present rot before recycle, but here could not change. But yeah, definitely for rot is actually does come before recycling. So good point. Thank you. And here are a few tips to start, but I think some are already quite advanced. So yeah, having your refillable, reusable bottle, reusable coffee cup, having always your little kits to go before you leave the house, and meeting a group like technically we would have been doing in live tonight at the Impact Hub. But yeah, so right now we're switching to online, but otherwise surrounding yourselves with people who do the same and who can support you. So we do have our events on the Zero Waste Basel page and group. On the Zero Waste Switzerland website, we have a interactive map where you can see what are all where are all the places in Basel to find things unpacked, and also the events, and you can also become a member to support the cause. So thank you. And if you do have some questions, let us know. But we are now going to let you talk to each other in some breakout rooms. And we have three topics for you to talk about.
So I just put them in the chat, exactly. Yeah. If you like, it's time to brainstorm a bit on the solutions for a more sustainable Christmas. So as you can see in the chat, there are 3 main topics. So oops, you didn't see it. Okay, let me just.
Oh, we don't see it in the chat.
Yes.
Lisa.
Oops, yeah, let me put it to everyone. Perfect, good. normally you can see it. So the first topic is about giving sustainably, sustainable gifting ideas. And yeah, and then the topic two, I was just thinking that also Nathalie will mention about it after our brainstorming session with the 5 languages of love and giving consciously as well. So will be interesting then right after. Then the second topic will be sustainable decorations and wrapping. And the third one is foods and ways to avoid food waste over this season. So so we will split you into different breakout rooms. Pick a topic as a group, please. Brainstorm and make a list of solutions for one of those 3 topics. And pick a group representative, so we could share then with everyone right after, and we can answer your question and build on it and give you some other maybe ideas. But I'm sure you have already a lot of ideas now. So
okay, so
yeah,
there are the rooms. You can just go directly to them.
Yeah. How long do we have in the breakout rooms?
Yeah. 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks.
All right, everyone is back. So
great. So we hope that you had enough time to have a few ideas and solutions listed. So we will go with group 1. Who was group 1 and the representative? Yeah, yes, a bit too short, Julia.
I was part of group 1. I mean, we just had time to pick a topic.
Yeah.
And
really?
start. I mean, it was a bit too short. Karine, do you want maybe to share some of the things that like stuck with you of the things that I was able to share?
Yeah, exactly. It was mainly Julia that shared, and basically we wanted to discuss further the decoration and the wrapping. So Julia said that you know, she would suggest to you know, work with oranges and clementines, and you know, the oranges where you can put the how do you call it in English?
Cloves.
Sorry?
Cloves.
Yeah, exactly. To also have a nice order and it also looks nice. Or to have like little guirlands with the clementines that you would take off the peel. Or then of course in the woods, that's actually also something I already did and which you can keep for a long time. And a wrapping idea that I really liked is apparently it's a Japanese custom with clothing or how do you say that you ask back for afterwards so you can reuse. So I didn't know that one. I like that one.
The furoshiki, you mean?
Sorry?
Yeah, I never remember the name, but yes, that's the one.
Okay. That's definitely something I will look out for. I like that one.
Yeah.
And maybe just another idea that I was not able to share. So I do a drawing, and it's just as a part-time thing. So I decided this year to use that as a wrapping paper because it's not good enough to hang on my walls or to give away, but for wrapping paper, it's definitely okay.
Okay, great idea if you're also have this creative part in you. So perfect, thank you. Did somebody else choose the decorations and wrapping topic? Okay, so group 2, which one is the representative, and can you say share a few of your ideas?
Yeah, I think it's me. I think we were group 2, and we selected gift ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I mean, first of all, we were thinking of food because that's something that can be enjoyed, but then it's you know, not there for longer, as long as it doesn't end up in a food waste situation. So that makes a good gift. We also mentioned basically replacing plastic bags by, you know, through a bag that can be reused. So one nice idea was these special bags for the fruits. nets, I think they are. Then also we thought about, rather than a physical gift, maybe an app that enables people to live a more sustainable lifestyle. So too good to go. Too good to go, that's one. Or another like a paying app that's, if you don't want to give someone a free gift. And also, things like donations to good causes as well. Another really good idea is a book that helps people be more sustainable. So it's an educational book, and there's a lot of things out there that recycle the ocean waste. So like plastic, the ocean bracelets or the plastic made out of recycled plastic.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Fabienne, and to group 2. Group 3. Are you the one who didn't have time to go past the introductions?
Well, we did go went past. We did go past. I'm just gonna go really quick because another 2 ladies, they had brilliant ideas as well. I actually live in Los Angeles, and I am totally beginner newbie for the whole idea. And I think first of all, I realized that especially this year, it's hard for us to see people face to face. And maybe sending out some digital gift, such as like Netflix subscriptions or Amazon like membership, that kind of gift. And also thinking about, I also did donation as well. Like that's a really great gift, even just donate under other people's name. That's my idea. I think we were discussing which topic we should go for as well. But I do want to mention another thing. I was thinking about the topic 3, the food waste. I do not know what about your situation, but I think in America it's really weird that nowadays they just stopped accepting food from just general public to the shelters or homeless people because they were worried about the health issue. So that's a bummer. I'm kind of I feel sad about this whole situation, and also trying to figure out what's the good idea to deal with all those overwhelming food waste. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for this point. And it is COVID is making things even more challenging, and so like we don't have like a solution right away. And let's hope that things will. Yeah, that we can find some solution and that the people in need will be able to get the food and that there is not as much food waste. But this year is definitely a special case. So as we go, I think solutions will come, hopefully, and locally. And also, I think people will be more aware that we shouldn't be wasting more food and having more people in trouble. So we can stay optimistic, I think. Time is a bit running, so I thank you all for your time in the breakout rooms, and I'd like to hand over to Nathalie because I'm very eager to hear what she has to say about decluttering over Christmas and gift giving. So over to you, Nathalie.
Thank you very much, Carol. So I'm Nathalie Gehrold. I'm living in Basel, so part of Impact Hub Basel as well. And I'm a decluttering coach. And I thought actually decluttering and zero waste are really very complementary. It fits very well together. And as a decluttering coach, my aim is to help women to get rid of their clutter and to make their life more beautiful and more aligned to who they are. For themselves, but actually if they manage to do that, they also are able to do good around themselves and for the environment as well. So actually if we talk about zero clutter Christmas gifts, the first thing I want to invite you to think about is to ask yourself, what is it about this tradition about giving presents to other people? Is it a social pressure for you? Is it the society of consummation society? Is it a must for you, or is it also something where you see a meaning, and which meaning do you want to give it? What does it mean? For me, giving presents at Christmas means I want to show people who I like, that I think about them, that they are a nice part of my life, that I like them. But I think this is really an important step of the thing. And yeah, I want them to have a joyful moment. And that would be the first part. What is your intention while giving those gifts? And actually, the second thing, which could be really powerful, is to ask yourself about the other people. Who is this other person that I want to give that gift to? And yeah, I'm afraid there's something wrong with my PowerPoint. Oh yes, here it comes. Yes, who is this person? What do they like? And actually you can split that on 5 different categories according to the 5 languages of love. So maybe you know this bestseller, which was made about love in a couple, but actually you can extend the whole concept to showing anyone that you care, that you like them, that they are somebody who counts in your life. So the first language of love is giving and receiving gifts, presents. So these are really the material things you know it all about. That's the flowers you bring when you go to someone at a friend's, the typical perfume, bottle of wine, maybe the drawings of a child gives to his parents. So it means this child likes to use the language of love, of giving gifts. The second language of love would be the acts of services. So acts of services are typically, for example, cooking, the mother who cooks the lasagna because she knows that's her son's favorite dish, or the father who repairs the car for the whole family, the neighbor who mows the lawn, the granny who irons the shirts. So it's really doing things for other people to make their life easier. The third kind of language of love would be quality time. So quality time is, spending time with somebody to connect, give full attention during this time, maybe one-to-one time for people who hardly ever have that. And with the intention of having a good time. So you cannot always plan 100% to have a good time, but it's really to put this intention. The fourth language of love would be words of affirmation. That's those typical I love you that some people really like to hear, that they are flooded with joy when they hear that. Others cannot utter that. It's too much of a hassle. They are blocked in their throat. It's giving gratitude, thanking people, giving appreciation, talking, writing, calling. You can do that in a lot of ways. The fifth language of love would be physical touch. Typically in a couple, that would be kissing, holding hands, but you can also extend it as hugs, tenderness, and touching on a whole. So at that stage, maybe, I don't know, for those of you, I would be really curious to see in the chat if you knew those 5 languages of love, and if you recognize your own language of love. Because actually the thing is, each of us has a main language of love. And we tend to want to receive and to want to give in that language. That's really the language that appeals to us. And we kind of forget about the other languages. And maybe we give in that language, but the people to whom we give doesn't have this language as a main language, and they do not really appreciate what you give them because you gave it in the wrong language. So it's really useful if you want to give something to somebody to show them that you like them, use the right language, the language that will have the most impact for that people. That's really a key, a very useful key to give present in a conscious way. Acts of services and quality time. So Carol, you said these are your main languages of love, I guess, Carol. Huh? So you know yourself, and you know that acts of services and quality time is what appeals to you. Probably you're happy to receive other kind of presents, but those two, woo, you feel it's much bigger than anything else.
Yes.
So what could we do using those 5 languages of love to go a bit further and see how we could use that now for Christmas presents? So for what concerns the traditional material gifts, I've selected 3 concrete ideas, and I think somebody in the chat talked about that, offering consumables. So for example, things to eat, things just like beauty products, for example, a perfume, a cream, things that you know they will use, I don't know, tennis balls or golf balls that you know the people use, and after a while they've got to throw them away because well, that wouldn't be really no waste, but you know, when you consume at any level, at some stage. So those consumable things would make no clutter, because that's my topic, and the topic of clutter. And you can choose to make a little luxury if you want to give a gift, and you know this person buy that kind of thing regularly, but maybe you upgrade it so it's something a bit special. The second idea would be recycling swaps. So actually, you've received something or you bought something for yourself and you didn't really use it. You realize, no, eventually it's too big, it's too small, I don't like it, it's not the right color. And you've got this object at home and you don't know what to do with it. So you could give it away to a charity, but you could also organize a recycling swap. Everybody brings 1, 2, 3 things that they don't use, and you put it on the table, and who wants to take what and what appeals. You can make it a little theatrical and tell a story or exchange about it. So just play with this idea. And the third idea would be to upgrade the recycling swap. If you don't want to exchange between you as a group, between your friends or your family, you could make a giving adventure. You take all those objects that you don't want and you go outside on the street. Well, of course, now with COVID, it's not so easy, but however, maybe you can still go and find in Basel, we still can go outside and see real people on the street and see what happens if you find a homeless person or a child in a supermarket, or somebody who seems annoyed, or an old people sitting on a bench, and just see and offer one object to this person and see how it goes. Really a human adventure. If the people whom you want to give a gift really likes acts of services, you could offer them as a present to help them to declutter. So that could be the famous invite a friend at home and take all your clothes and say, I wear this. How do you think? Is it nice on me? Should I keep it? Should I give it away? And just have fun during a few hours. If decluttering is not really the type of thing you want to do, you could clean together at home. Actually, you could have a lot of fun cleaning windows together, dusting, going to the other person and talking and chatting and laughing. That could be really something special. You could also offer to look after kids, to look after pets, to look after plants. That can always be useful. A third language of love, quality time. So if you think the person you want to offer a present really likes quality time, just like Carol we have here, you could use those get-to-know questions. These are on the internet. You can Google it and find some lists of questions to get to know each other. And you could have a lot of fun and a good time together to do that. You could even do that on Zoom or on the telephone if you are not available to do that together. You could also organize an afternoon of fun, board games, games outside in the snow, games looking for a treasure hunt in the woods, something like that, you would organize for your friend or for a couple of friends. And the third idea is one I used a few years ago for my grandparents. You know, those people who typically have everything they need and their home is full of clutter maybe. And anyway, they really have money and time and have everything they need. What I did then, I offered them 1 year of news, and every week I bought a postcard and I wrote them a message, and this is happening in my life, this, and I think about you and the weather, and my children are growing, and they were just delighted to have news, not once in a while when we call, but to receive every week a postcard from me. So that would be a further no clutter idea. Next idea, if you want to use words of affirmation, you could write a gratitude poem if you are good with words. That's the kind of poem where you write how much this person means to you, what they did as great things in your life, how they changed your life, what they brought in your life. And thanks to them, you're a bit different today. Your life is nicer, more beautiful. So, and you could do that as a poem. If poetry is not your thing, you could do that with words, writing, or even speaking, talking to the person. So you could write it and send the note, or you could call the people and say, you know what, it's Christmas, I've got something special to tell you. Are you seated? Are you free to have a few moments together? And you could do that as a gratitude, but you can, of course, do that also as a love declaration to somebody you love. You could do that as a friend declaration, so how good you're a friend to me. And you can also use the Vitamo card. So that's something I've created. I've got one here. I'll show you maybe later because you don't know me. That's a special card I created with a lot of colors. There's plenty different decoration, and you write the focus word or an important sentence on the card. They don't need to return it to read the vitamin words. They can just put it like that on their chimney, on their nightstand, or something like that. So that would be a further idea with no clutter. And if we go to the fifth language of love, physical touch, I also have 3 suggestions for you. If you have a friend who really likes physical touch, You could give this friend oil, that would be a consumable, and we are back to receiving gifts, and a massage. So there's all kind of possible massage for a couple, but also for friends. You could give a hand massage or a foot massage or a back massage with or without clothes. There's plenty of options, and that would really be a nice moment. You could make it something really special. You can also give a special cuddle. On that time with COVID, it's really, if you are allowed to go near to this person, that could be something really worthy, because, you know, we human beings are bound for touch. Babies who don't receive touch can die. And so cuddle, touching one another is really something that boosts the immunity, that boosts the life joy. And so you can organize something special with this person, say, you know what, we're gonna be the cuddle marathon today. You're gonna experience something you've never experienced before in your life, and we're gonna cuddle for the next 30 minutes or the next hour. Well, just be creative about that. And my last suggestion would be a luxury hot bath. You can organize that for your loved one or for a friend, and say, you come on that day at that time, and then you have everything organized with the little candles and the light and the bubble bath and the scents and the rose petals and the little something for the back and the warm water, and you keep a warm towel for your friend. You really make it a very special experience. So I hope I gave you a few ideas. I've also prepared these as a summary for you. So I think tomorrow Anna Laura will send that in a feedback email, and you'll be able to receive the whole overview with the ideas. And if you want to contact me for any kind of decluttering questions, you're welcome to do that as well. And so now I think we'll go to the crafty part with Lisa and Carol.
Thank you very much, Nathalie. I just found one question for you, really interesting. So we were commenting at the same time, so it was a really, really helpful. Let me check which question it was. That wasn't that easy to be like equal in terms of gifting, you know, that you have this kind of pressure. I don't know if Carol or Anna Laura, you see this question? I just saw it passing and I thought it was
I think it was more a comment, right?
Yeah, okay.
Fabienne as well, that sometimes you feel the pressure to treat everyone the same, right, Fabienne? That was your comment.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I've just started to think about it actually, because you tend to give the same, focus on the same three gifting, but actually you should think about what people actually appreciate. But I feel sometimes there's pressure to be consistent and give the same value to everybody, but that consistency doesn't necessarily mean that the people give it the same value.
Exactly. Yes, I think the whole consciousness thing is try to adapt to who your friend is, and not giving the same kind of present to all your friends, but really to adapt and dare not to be equal, but to search to give equally pleasure to every friend, because every friend is a bit different. So it might be a bit challenging at first, but maybe that's also a topic you can address with one of your friends. Do you know those 5 languages of love? What do you think? What do you feel? What appeals to you? And it could be the start of a new level of friendship, maybe. Thanks for your question, Fabienne.
Thank you, Fabienne. Thank you, Nathalie. Really insightful. I have the feeling like it's really like going to a more tailored gift. And I really, really like this idea. Thank you so much. Now, as you said, let's go to the crafty part. So do you have your A4 format recycled paper from a magazine? You need as well your scissors, a bit of glue, stick or liquid, as ever you would like, and a pencil. And from my side, I will be sharing with you the video we are going to follow. We can stop at different times. So feel free to unmute yourself if you have any question. You can raise your thumb, and when you're good, when I stop the video, and Gehrold will also help me, then we can see everyone. So good. Now start. You have to flip. You can see my screen, right?
Can I ask a question first?
Yes.
Like, if you have a paper that has two sides, do you have to decide already which side on it, or it doesn't matter? It will be all.
That can be later.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. So now you start to fold your A4 paper in the length side. And then the idea is to cut it in two. So I'll let you do it right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just the idea is to have those two equal parts. So the idea is to get two bends. Good. And when you will be done, just show it through the video, or just use the reaction feature to just show us where you are. Perfect, Anna Laura. Perfect, Nathalie. We good with Julia, with Lionel. Perfect. Great. So let's move on. Now, what we're going to do is to fold. So the first bend in two, as you can see. Okay. And then the idea is to open it and fold the first half like that. Okay, I'm just stopping so then you can fold the first part, and then you will fold it again. So let me just show it to you again. Oops. You can see you fold the half as you've done, and you're just showing, and you fold it again. Okay, and we are going to do this exercise. So you can see it's going to create a little zigzag, and the idea is to do exactly the same on the other part, on the other half. So it means you fold it once and twice. So you can see you will have this little zigzag. Just show us. Everyone is good with it. Perfect, Lionel. I'll give a bit more time. Julia is good as well. Perfect. Are we good more or less, Fabienne?
With both of them.
Great, perfect.
Yes.
So now, what? Yes, we will do it, but now what's important is really to fold it in the right way. We are going to do a kind of little accordion. So as you can see, it's not the case. So I will show it to you on the video how he's doing. When you reopen it, you really fold it with one left, one right, one left, one, like a little accordion. It's important. So then you can see it's like that. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, little zigzag. Good. So now we do exactly the same with the second bend. Okay. So we fold it, and let me go back a bit. From the beginning, you fold it in two. Then the first half once and twice, as you can see on the video. I might be a bit fast, but I'm just a bit concerned about the time. So I want all of us to create this nice snowflake. So when you have then, after your little zigzag, do this little accordion with the folding from left to right and left to right. And please show to us when you're ready. So you will have two little accordion with you. Good, perfect, Lionel. Great. Sounds like good one. So now you can close them again so far, Lionel, if you'd like, because then we are going to use our little template. So I'm continuing a bit now. So what's important now is to place those zigzag in the right place. So as you can see, the one on the left is like you open it from right to left. I'm going to show it to you again. So when you place from right to left, did you see that? And the second one is from left to right. So they are kind of facing each other. So I need you just make sure. The one on the left, you open it from right to left, okay? And the one on the right is from right to left, okay? So then you place both of them like that. And now, as we're zero waste, we don't need any template, but the idea is to have a similar shape. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be exactly the same. So, and then you do with your pencil a kind of similar shape as the one you have in the template. So I'll let you do it for the first one. And yeah, for the first one. And then when we'll cut, we will use the second one as a template. Doesn't have to be perfect. And if it's not exactly the same shape, it's not a problem at all. The only thing is that, as you can see on the template on the green part, don't cut the right part. You will see it. But when you're ready with one, where you've done on the pencil, then you can start to cut. So I'm going to show it to you what it's going to look like. We don't touch the second bend so far. So you have this, and then when you will cut, it will look like that. So I'll let you cut the first one.
So both on the same position, not mirror.
So, so far, focus on the first one on the left.
Ah, okay.
Exactly, because we will use the second one as a template. But it's okay, Laura. It's exactly mirror like that. Yeah.
Hey, can you repeat, please, what we don't have to cut? Like you said on the side, or?
It's, can you see my, yeah, it's here, this part. Can you see it? Do not cut it because it's what's going to create the link with all of them. It's this part.
Okay, clear. Thanks.
And also on the other side, to keep some small parts on the other side.
Mm-hmm. We have a bit of cutting now. Just tell me where you are if you're struggling with something. You should have, when you cut the first bend, this little template, right?
So actually we use the template exactly in the same, the accordion is in the other direction, but we use the template in the same direction.
Exactly, okay. Nathalie. So as a reminder, the zigzag, you open it from left to right.
Yeah.
To right to left. Right to left.
So I'm done with my, I'm done cutting my first accordion.
Okay. I'm just showing to you.
I'm cutting the second one already.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And then we use what we cut, the first accordion that we cut, as a template for the second one, so that both have the same shape.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got them.
Good. Carol, can you tell me if we are all having, doing mine quickly as well, and if we are still on time as well?
Yeah, we still have 4 minutes.
Okay, We will be quick.
So yeah, you know, both sides cut. Great.
Good. So now when you're ready, you can open both of them.
Did you just remind the second one should open from what side to what side?
So it's here, and I'm just showing it to you. So the left one, and you see the right one from left to right. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
it goes a bit faster. Yeah, got it.
Okay, great.
So like the open is in the center one, right?
Yes. So now for those who are already ready, you can open both of them, as you can see on the video. And it will be the moment to take your glue, okay? So as you can see, they are slightly different, as we didn't fold them. Yeah. So now take your glue, and you can use also paper to protect your desk. And you will glue just half of it with its other part. Like that.
And Laura, this is the time when you choose which side you want to have outside, because then you make you will see that the crown will make sure that it's on the same side.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, did we glue the first part already?
Ouch.
Good.
I broke it. No, it's fine.
Oh, you did?
It was too hard. The glue was too hard.
Okay, and then the idea is to do it. So I let you glue the first part. Lionel is good, perfect. Fabienne, Julia, is it fine?
Almost.
Oh, okay. Great. And as they are showing after, it's important to fold it like the other ones in the right way. You follow. So make sure you follow the way the other ones are folded. And then the idea is to do exactly the same with the second part. So as you can see here, they are folded all in the same way. And might not be necessarily the case with yours. So just make sure you fold them all in the same direction.
Yeah, so if you took a piece of paper that is one side is white, the other side has something written, and you want the white part to be the nicer part, make sure that maybe Lisa, you can show that the points of the star go towards the inside.
Like that, right? Like all of them like that. Is it what you're saying?
Yes, like that, exactly like this. I mean, but there is it's reversed. So we don't see it. But this is actually something you can fold again.
After, exactly. Afterwards. So now the idea
what will happen next? Can we see what will happen next, just to make sure we don't make a mistake?
You mean after gluing?
Yeah, because if I glue it now with the red outside, I just want to make sure that the red will be the visible one, because otherwise it will be a bit sad.
So you can maybe lay it like this in front of you with the red on the top. And then make sure that when you glue the next one, that the red is still...
Exactly. What we are going to do, I'm showing it to you right now. So then we will fold all the points as Carol said, and then we open it. So it would be like that.
Yeah, so whatever is inside is going to be shown. Whatever color is on the top.
Exactly, exactly. So now what's the important part? So do we all have a crown? We all have a crown. Good, I'll let you glue the two sides. Just showing it to you again, the second one. Okay, so then, yeah, that's the part where. Okay, when you have the crown, that's what they are going to show. You need to fold it properly as like a star. So then when you have it, it's like that. Let me show it to you on video. Is that you're folding it, yeah, in the proper way. So all the points are outside, as Carol said. Is everyone following now?
Yes, the points outside.
Exactly, exactly.
And so
like
you
a
know,
little star.
your red part should be inside of the crown.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
Exactly. Super. Then it will get way easier. Are everyone good? And then, as Janelle saw, I will show it again as well. But then when you have your crown like that, the idea is just to, oops, do it like that. It might take a bit of time, as our paper is not as easy as the one, but it's like that. And then you position in your proper way. I'll let you do it. Oops. Wow, Julia, that's a nice one.
Wow, beautiful.
Follow the original.
That's a really, oh, that's really, really nice one. What I'm doing is that I'm also helping myself with the back parts where you can hold them. Exactly, Julia, as you're saying. So, and if you don't succeed from the first time, then try to fold it as you can see on the picture. You fold the points in the inside and not the points on the outside. If you can see what I'm showing to you, this part inside, this part outside, and it really is going to help you, this one, and you replicate it for all of them.
I think I've got it, but it doesn't stay together.
Yeah, it doesn't stay
now
together.
The points. So you have two options. What I'm doing is that I'm putting some glue in the other part for exactly where you are holding. Here, I'm going to put some glue in all of them or in the inside, but normally it's on this part. And it can have a bit of time. Normally what they are doing is that they are showing to put some glue inside, but I don't think it's enough for us. So go on the back and put some glue all together. Oh.
Yeah, the first time I thought that this was going to be impossible because it doesn't really glue. But if you put some glue in there and kind of leave the star
and
together,
dry, it will stay.
It works.
Okay. Then we put all of them together again. And you should have a nice star. I can stop sharing right now if you have any questions.
Does anybody still need to see what's on the video, or you're all at the last coloring part?
Okay. How is it, Lionel? Nice. So it's supposed to be in this side. So I think.
Yeah, it doesn't stay together. I don't know why.
Did you fold it maybe? I can share it with you, the video as well, so then you can replicate.
I'm gonna cheat.
I was thinking the same thing. Or you know what? You can just stitch them.
That's a really nice one, Julia. How are you, Fabienne? With this one as well. And Lionel, maybe that's the issue with the folding. Otherwise, yes, you need to find. Oops.
I think you know why it is. I think it's because your base was not thin enough. It was too thick. You know, this part.
You know, I think to help you, you see that you have like a little part where you can take them and you can glue them. It's going to be easier.
Okay, I will check.
Yeah.
Can you show again, Lionel, the star?
It looks like, you know, half of them are going on one kind of way and the other half is going the other way. I don't know why.
Yes. Yeah.
So that means you need to fold so that
all in the same direction.
All in the same direction. But you don't need to, it's still possible to correct, no problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is where it's tricky because on the video he has the paper that's the same color on both sides. But let's make it tricky.
I see.
That's when you realize you need to go back to Hinsky.
What?
To the kindergarten.
Good. I put the video as well on the chat. I'm just a bit cautious about the time of your time, guys.
But we can still, everyone can show where they're at on their star.
Can you show your stars and we do a screenshot?
Maybe we can do a screenshot of everyone and their star.
Wait, we're missing Fabienne and Lionel.
Yeah, mine unfortunately doesn't look like a star.
Show your paper.
Worse than mine.
But that's perfect, Elena.
No, it's half of them are on one way and the other half.
Okay, you need to refold, but you got the idea, I'm sure.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Show it, Fabienne.
Closer, Fabienne.
Good. Done it.
Yeah, so Lionel, it's just a matter of folding the other half on the same way with the points. Yeah. And
I will.
Then it will be easy to fold, to glue, and it'll work.
Good. Hope you enjoy this little crafty part as well. Changes a bit, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Lionel. Maybe Anna Laura, over to you.
Good. So I'll just quickly share with you the picture here. And I think that's it from our side. We will send you the review with the links, with what Nathalie shared, with what Lisa and Carol shared, also the link of the video. We can also share with you the replies from the mentee from the beginning. And yeah, and so the links from Zero Waste Basel as well, if you want to register there, or if you want to subscribe to their newsletter, also from Nathalie, also from Impact Hub Basel. And yeah, so we wish you a nice rest of the evening. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoy your holidays and this special time, even though we know it's different from what we're used to, but that it also is an opportunity for us to just think of the whole thing as something different. Yeah.
All the best. Thanks for being there and for sharing.
Thank you
so much, Nathalie.
Oh, Julia went to put it on her advent calendar. Okay, nice. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys. Thanks a lot.
Bye, Julia. Bye, Fabienne. Bye, Daniel.